Yeah, man. Shout out to Riley Martin. He was a real one. Did you ever listen to his like bit on that first Jedi Mind Tricks album?
No, I
Huh?
didn't. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, he's featured on there. It's pretty wild, you know.
Missed that guy.
Yeah. His bargaining techniques and whenever he would come in and be drunk and on the air, Eron, his boy, his producer.
You cheap motherfucker.
Yeah. All right, cool. Red River Podcast. I love on the email I said it was episode number 320 something. I don't know where I got that number from. It's 225, but I was in the future, especially this route. Like we're doing like one a month, which is
One a
fine.
month.
Yeah.
Lights
And
coming down on, it's
I
tough out
think,
there. Busy.
yeah, it's just I like it. I was thinking I mixed up my UFC numbers because it was like 328 that just happened.
Mhm.
And I mixed it up with my RRPs. So
It's good to catch up, see what we've been seeing. Speaking of
yeah,
fights, what did you think of the Rousey event?
uh, you know, I'm a nerd and I'm about that life. So to me, it's like asking like a WWE fan, like I don't know, like Jake Paul's promotion is fine, I guess. It's like his first MMA card, and it's whenever you do stuff like that, you don't have like the best of the best. You have people that used to like the first fight was like Junior Dos Santos, who was like an ex UFC champ, like
Hmm.
15 years ago, maybe,
Right.
and of course he was gonna get smoked by whoever the fuck this like new guy was. Um, Nick Diaz, same thing. Like Nick, no, not Nate actually. Nate got
Nate
smoked.
was like, yeah, he looked like the slowest I've seen. Obviously, he's on in years too and stuff like that. But with him, you never know. Like, okay, this could like totally turn around in one punch and like whatever. But man, he was wet, bro.
Yeah, the thing with him in comparison to Mike Perry went from UFC to where he wasn't really that successful to bare knuckle. And in the
Mhm.
last like I would say like 5 years, right? I don't remember how long. He like reinvented himself as like the king of bare knuckle fighting. So he's been kind of like putting in that work for a while, and Nate is just not. Nate's just,
No,
but like they definitely like according to Google, they blessed him with a few million for that fight. So
yeah, get the bag, man. But man, he
yeah,
was leaking something fierce. That mat was soaked. But
yeah.
listen, I don't watch fights as religiously as you do, but anytime I remember to tune on or I'll just go on YouTube and watch some MMA fights or something like that. I'm always interested in
Mm.
fights. It's the purest sport to me. But I think when you get a Netflix card, I think we know what you're gonna get. Like, and if you want to see some fights, there's no other fights going on tonight.
No,
Like,
no,
come
no.
on.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great. It's great for the casual. It's to just put it on, like the like when I saw Ronda Rousey was fighting Gina Carano, I'm thinking like, okay, that's interesting, but Ronda Rousey would have smoked her at her height, like Gina Carano's height. Like she never would have even come close to beating
Hmm.
a prime Ronda Rousey. So just that layoff on top of that, like as soon as she she wasn't going to be able to defend that thing. Like, Ronda's just like an arm stealer. And as soon as that fucking fight took off, like she gave up that arm and it was just like over. It was like that quick because she's never fought anyone like Ronda. And then Ronda eventually found people who were better strikers and they lit her up. But
Hmm.
it was fun. It was cool
That's what I'm saying.
you
I
know,
watch all Netflix live events after the fact. So
mm.
I'm just going through, cutting through, because, I don't need a half hour in between fights with Jake Paul analysis or whatever like that. So I'm just like going through it. And I'm going through the card and I'm looking at the bar at the bottom, trying to get to the Rousey fight, like after the one before. And I'm like, oh shit, there's not much time left in this. I'm like, this fight's going to be fucking
Yeah,
fast.
yeah,
But
you
I
you
was
could
like,
tell
holy
right away.
shit.
Yeah. And
And I
also,
watched the roast the
yeah,
same
the
way.
roast. Exactly.
Yep.
Like that's the whole thing, right? Like Netflix is this like big giant. So everyone has access to it. So it's not like you're getting a pay-per-view. It's not like you're ordering something like the roast or these fights. So everyone just floods over to like their social media with their opinions. So it's like, fucking before you saw Siskel and Ebert, and you're like, God, what do these two jerk offs know about fucking movie? How are they gonna shit on Halloween 5 so fucking hard? But that's what it was. You just ducked those two and it was cool, and now everyone is just like people that don't even know anything about roasting or anything. It's just like that obvious thing where it's just like it's weird, man. It's like you just I don't know. People are like, hey, oh, that crossed the line. I'm thinking like, whose line? Your line? Okay, so don't watch. Right? Isn't that like the simplest thing? Like if you don't like something, don't watch it.
Maybe that kind of humor, isn't the kind of thing you find funny, which fine, but the roasts are the roasts, what you're gonna get. Like they're a little like they're a little I don't want to be like, oh, they used to be better or whatever like that, but they're a little drawn out. There's a lot of people that like
Very
have no
drawn out.
business doing like,
Very
what
drawn
is
out.
she doing up here? Like, I gotta watch the Williams sisters read like somebody's jokes. Like,
I'm not, yeah, I fast forward.
I ain't doing that shit. But like, okay, I want to see Big J.
Yeah.
Anytime, the dog Gillis gets in there in between. I want to see that. I want to see Hinchcliffe set. I want to see certain people and shit, but I don't need to see the guest of honor. I didn't even watch his shit because I
Who was
don't think
that?
he's Kevin Hart, like, the person the
Oh,
show's about. Like, I don't fucking
Kevin
think
is
he's
not a
funny,
good
man.
roaster. He's
Yeah.
not a good roaster. And like he hosted the Tom Brady one and I just don't, I don't know. I don't find him funny. I don't think I've seen any of his movies. So I don't, I mean, he seems like a really motivated, cool motherfucker. Like he seems like cool as fuck.
Listen, all the success in the world to you, my man.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? But like, I'll never watch one of your movies. I'll never watch and he doesn't need me to, obviously. But I'm just saying, like,
It's just
it's just
nothing.
not my cup of tea, and it's very like, oh, it's just
Like if
real
he does Get Out 2,
generic.
I'll watch it. You know what I mean? Like something that catches my eye, but it's like, what is it? Like ride along? Like I don't like okay,
Oh,
like
miss me with all that.
Jumanji, it's just not for me. And then the comedy specials are fine. Like
He's an
he's,
industry.
you know,
He's, like The Rock. He's like an industry unto himself of just, he gets
yeah.
all the ads. He's in all these blockbuster, whatever the fuck. And, whatever. Like I get it. But yeah,
I
so
will.
I just watch certain people's set, but I anytime a roast comes up, I miss the fuck out of Greg Giraldo not
Yes.
being alive.
Greg
Just that
Giraldo.
Pamela Anderson.
Yeah. I can't even say Nicolas Cage.
Now miss me where. But
Pamela Anderson. Yeah, those I
that
went
was a
back to
great bit.
I went back to the Stern roast and it's funny like how detached Stern is from reality. Like I'll catch like bits here and there and
Uh-huh.
he's like on his show talking about the Kevin Hart roast and he's like, "Man, he's like I can't sit through that. That's like brutal this and that." I'm thinking like, "Were you not at your own roast listening to the shit that fucking Bob Levy was like
He's probably just mad. I should have one of those, Rob.
yeah, it's just so fucking like what a
Yeah,
bizarre reality he lives in now."
there was some good ones on those little roasts. Colin Quinn had some good sets and shit
Yes.
like that. And still shout out to Sal. That horse face joke on Beth was balls, man.
That was fucking also Colin Quinn when he was like talking to Gary. Oh, the Gary roast. He's like, I wouldn't miss this roast for the world, and the only way Howard would miss us is if your dead father was in the room because he missed his father's funeral. And I was like, wow, that's good.
I think, and also if you watch on YouTube, there's some great old roasts from like um of like Rich Voss with Patrice is there, Colin Quinn's there, and these guys were all like good friends, and the
Good
ball
friends,
breaking
so
was
it's
really like
better.
pure. And
Yeah,
like
it
probably what you got at like the Comedy Cellar in New York when they were sitting around that legendary table breaking each other's balls, or like Tough Crowd, they were
yeah,
doing that all the time. It kind of, I don't know, it's there's something a little more I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, sincere about it, I guess.
100%, right? So like you're there and everyone is like they know each other and it's like this like ball busting hang. But the now it's just like this big thing and like Chelsea Handler went on and I'm just thinking like, man, I'm like, what are you so angry about? Like she's just like, she just I feel like she was such a like weird buzzkill, but man, she was pretty funny with some of the lines, like the Iran line was pretty good too.
He had some good lines, but yeah, she's doing a thing now, like going
She's
on
doing a thing
podcasts,
now.
talking about.
Yeah.
But I really think, I mean, God, everything you get now is just intentional for
Rage
whatever.
bait. It's just
And
rage.
I mean, when's the last time Chelsea Handler was in the news? All right, so she gets on there.
Yeah.
So now she's going to be like, she probably even like, Shane, I'm going to be, I'm doing a thing and fucking going on some shows or whatever. Because I seen they were laughing sitting next to each other and shit like that. Like, was she really pissed?
I
Like,
don't even
get
know.
the fuck
Who
out of here.
knows? Because I'm thinking like who's your moral compass? 50 Cent? Like what are you talking like you kidding
She's
me?
just one of
Like
those like hyper, like, virtue signaler kind of
yeah.
like, I don't know, she's just brutal to watch. But man,
Yeah, it just
Shane's jokes about her being on the island were fucking savage. I
yeah,
think
it was
that kid.
just it was
Uh, uh,
very and I fast forwarded past like, Lizzo or like anyone that just like I'm like
Played the
I get
flute,
it. Who?
like when she played the flute, right?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Shane said,
His
you flute playing, fat bitch."
yeah. And Hinchcliffe was like, Lizzo's here. She looks great. She's like, she lost weight. She's like, now people don't have to put the word really next to her when they call her fat or something like that. It's like, it was so fucking good. But I think the purists,
Davidson had a good set too, I
yeah,
thought.
but it always goes down to like the people, yeah, the people that understand a roast. But I think it's always going to be Jeff Ross. Like he just really like he is like the pure like the way he does it is just like his jokes are like perfect because even like you were talking about like the George Floyd and like the Charlie Kirk jokes like they were definitely the biggest like whoa like
Mhm.
things for sure and they weren't really even like that funny so it was just like
No.
I felt like they were kind of crowbarred in there but once again it's like what there is no line it's like somebody maybe it was Tim Dillon who said the line is whatever the audience decides at that roast they'll let you know if you went too far and I'm like you're right like anyone there is just like oh whoa you know what I mean so but it goes like I said, going back to like the casuals, the people that just like go to Netflix and it's like I'm gonna watch something that I normally won't watch, and then they'll just go like I can't wait to like shit on this, and I try not to do that. Like I can't like that movie Thrash. Maybe that was like the last thing that
Yeah.
on Netflix that I saw. I was like, yeah, this movie is just so fucking
When
bad.
you posted that and I saw, I was like, oh shit, he made that. I was like, sharks.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
a
yeah.
sucker, and
Yeah.
I know probably what I'm gonna get with a shark film. All right,
Yeah.
but I'm still there. Surprise me. But then when you shit on it, and I know
Yeah.
you're a little more tolerant than
Yeah.
I am, I'm like, man,
Mike Age is
I
a
don't know.
little bit more forgiving.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, this
Oh,
I'm
you
not gonna
didn't
even
watch
bother
it?
pressing. Nah, because I think everybody underneath you too was like, nobody was like, oh, it was pretty good, like I didn't see anybody sticking up for it.
Yeah. It was like
Who did that? Uh,
the guy from Violent Night and
right,
Dead Snow.
right, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah, you're just like, whoa, like really? Like what the fuck happened? Like I
yeah.
wonder how a movie like that shits the bed. You know what it is? It's such a vast idea, right? Like it's just like
Hmm.
this like really big idea of like, okay, there's sharks after this storm in this town and it's like like what can you do like I don't know it's such a like huge scope and like for the most part you don't have sharks you have CGI sharks
Hmm.
and that's once you see them you're just like this is just
Mhm.
If this is like the main course, it's just like, yo, it's not good. The first 30 minutes was a great build up. Like, it's very tense because you see these like this footage, not so much in the movie, but you've seen like tsunami type fucking like footage, and you're just like, holy shit, imagine like what
Mhm.
do you even do when you're in this fucking situation? You're stuck in a storm. I remember getting caught in what was the last one? What was the Sandy, right?
Mhm.
I forgot. I went somewhere and I was driving home and I'm looking at the fucking traffic lights swinging like fucking like a hammock. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, whoa. I'm like, I need to get the fuck home right now because that shit is just gonna fucking drop on my car. And you realize kind of like how like you can't do nothing. There's nothing
Yeah.
to be done when something like that, like a, world event takes over like that. You just got to get home and hope nothing bad happens. Hopefully that you don't lose the Wi-Fi, and we didn't. So
Yeah, man. Mother Nature, as big
bless
and
up,
bad as
bless
we
up.
think we are,
Yeah.
like that, it always has the last word.
Yeah. I saw that traffic light and I was just like, bro, I got to get the fuck out of here. I watched Greenland recently. Did you watch any of those?
I saw that a Greenland 2 was out, and I was like, I never heard of Greenland 1. But
Okay. Yeah, Greenland
go
1.
ahead.
It's one of those like disaster movies, but it kind of
Hmm.
worked. I remember renting it, Gerard Butler, and it's just like this really cool, like end of the world type thing. But it was just the action and like the family aspect of it really just fucking worked. I just remember watching it and thinking like this is exceptionally good for what it is. And then HBO, dropped Greenland 2 recently, so I watched that and not as good as the first one. It's just kind of like a continuation of like you're just it was almost like the cutting room floor of like, okay, like this is what happened, like if it was episodic, it would be like, okay, I get it. Like you chop it up in like 30-minute clips or whatever, but it was just kind of like more of the same thing and it just didn't hit as hard as that first one. But they're still very much worth watching. Both of them are up on HBO, so to
All right.
swing back from there. What else?
Um,
Our
I
main
watched,
course?
what's that?
You want to talk about our main course or not?
Our main course? Which is our main course?
Obsession?
Oh yeah, sure. Um, yeah, let's jump into that.
All right.
I went to an afternoon show. You saw it opening night or no? When did you
Saturday.
go?
Yeah, this
Saturday.
Saturday
Okay.
opening weekend.
Yeah. I was very happy with it. And you?
Yeah, man. Very much so. Uh, I didn't watch Serial. Did you watch his short film Milk and Cereal?
Didn't, but I am definitely gonna.
Okay, I think it's
Uh,
like an hour. It's up on YouTube, and a lot of people, including Tim, Alaska Tim, he was like, "You got to watch Milk and Cereal" before Obsession even came out, and Obsession caught my attention back in November when people watched it, like a bunch of like these horror people on Instagram. They get invited to certain things, and it played at Fantastic Fest, I think it is, and it was
mhm.
like one of those like 10 movies or whatever that played. I feel like maybe even what was that other movie? Silent Night played too, where people like, so certain things caught people's attention. Obsession was one of those in particular that everyone's like, yo, Rob G might have even seen it too, if I remember. He was just like,
You did say
Obsession.
something about it.
Obsession is like the real deal. Like this is
I
really
think
good
I
when you.
said something about uh, I'm probably shitting on something, and I think it was something about Bloomhouse. And he said something in the comments about, "Yo, you got to see Obsession." It was like picked up or distributed by Bloomhouse, but not like they had nothing to do with like the content of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
he
yeah.
told me like check that out and shit. But
Yeah, so everyone was kind of like rubbing their dicks to it early. And I was waiting, but in May, long time, I'm like, fuck, May 15th. I'm like, that's forever. But like most forevers, eventually they get there. And I was like, kind of like into seeing it. And then usually I try to go Thursday, but I what did I? I had something to do that. No, Karen didn't want to go Thursday. She got home late from work on Thursday and she's like, I don't really want to watch a 9:50 movie right now. I was like, okay. I'm like, we won't. Friday, I went to go see Malamo's band, so we couldn't do that. And then at that show, Rob Link and his wife, shout out to them. He was like, hey, we're gonna go watch Obsession tomorrow at 7 o'clock, and we were like, fuck it, let's go do it because in that time, Chris Longito, who's been on the show a few times, Dan Tur's been on the show a few times. They both randomly texted me. They're like, "Yo, did you see Obsession yet?" And I'm like, "No." They're like, "You gotta." So once that happened, I'm like, "All right, let's just do it. Let's just before someone ruins it for me." So
Yeah, right. Yeah, I loved it. I thought the kid did a great. I love a young writer director that's got like, I'm excited to see what else he does next. I love that shit. But really well shot, paced, the acting fantastic. Um, if anybody doesn't know I mean, you get the plot from the trailer. A boy, he loves his girl,
yeah, it's just a
probably
wish gone bad, basically.
unreciprocated.
Yeah,
Yes, wishes for her to be in love with him or whatever, and gets
more than
like
anyone in the world.
more than he. And I was amazed how it wasn't like some like ultra horror movie for a while, and then got really creepy. And then, if you haven't seen it yet, press pause. We'll chat it up on this shit. Come back after you've seen it. But when he was in that car with that girl, they got me, man. When she
Oh,
rolled up on that on the girl that really did like the girl trying to get into tattoo school. And
oh,
no,
without a doubt, man. And the thing is like you knew from the angle something was going down, right?
he got me though, man. I
Oh,
was like, oh
really?
shit, yeah.
Yo, because to
And
me,
it just
like,
kept going.
I was like, I knew once that angle popped up and like you see, I'm like, yo, someone's coming through there. Well,
Might have
she
been
was,
looking at my popcorn.
yeah. And I mean, it still fucking worked. And boy, that brick, just that, I'm like, yeah, that works great.
Savage. But man, the humor in the script was popping. A
Yeah.
lot of laughs in the theater. Not like,
In the
like
theater,
guffawing, but like everybody got the joke.
there wasn't like anything overtly comedic about it,
Hmm.
but the little things and the audience really ate it up. I'm pretty sure it was almost sold out where we were. And when he goes back and he's like, yo, he's like, where's that one wish willow? And he's like, what are you talking about? We never had that. And then he's like, nah, I'm just kidding. It's over there. Like we just fucking laughed because it was like something so silly that somebody would kind of do probably,
But like
and
the choice to put that joke in there, like he easily could have been like, do you have that one wish willow? And
yeah,
the guy was like, yeah, we have them. Like to put that joke that this guy is just going to start fucking with him in the climax of the last, this guy that we haven't seen before is going
yeah,
to have this like joke is so clever.
it
Uh,
is. It is
it,
because it just kind of like it's tense and you remember, the opening scene with the other girl, saying like, oh yeah, like maybe it'll ruin your life or something. People come back and complain or something. And, it just because it wasn't like overtly stupid. It was just something somebody would normally say that has no idea what you're going through. It wasn't like the fucking cops in Halloween 5 with the wah, 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 wah. Like,
you know what else I thought was real funny when he called this this stick company and that guy's just like, hello, like it sounds like a business.
that
It's just some like random dude. It was so odd of a choice. And I
that was
still don't
really good.
understand the screaming, like how that it, when had the girl was screaming on the line with the guy when he hung
Oh
up.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I
It
think they
was
just
like,
threw that in because
yeah,
that was the trailer. And that I thought was
mhm,
so fucking
right,
smart. That was just
yeah,
that was it. It was just like
yep,
just because she didn't choose this doesn't mean she didn't want it. And I was just like, what the
right,
fuck? And then it fucking like stops and you're like, but like the girl once it's so genuine, right? Because like her body and her mind are doing things that she isn't normally thinking. So it
right,
was like this like kind of descent into this person that she turned into because of this wish, and then like they go to dinner and she's like, "Hey, your dad doesn't have cancer, I heard." And she's like, "Nope, no, no." And like you're just like, "What?" Yo, that girl is all over my Instagram right now, Indy Navarrete. Holy shit,
You
she
just
was,
saw a star right there. Like that
yeah,
girl was so good in this shit.
she was
Like
so
it
good.
was one of the better performances in a horror film.
Yeah.
It's gonna be ranked up there, but I think she's gonna be on to like really good things and shit. 'Cause she did such a good job with the role. And the whole thing of the movie too is like, the girl that he wishes this to, like this boy is, you would think it's the protagonist because he's the main focus. We're in his world and stuff like that and what he thinks about this girl. Uh, but she's a cool person, that just,
Mm.
is just friends with this person. Has got her own dreams, what she wants to do with her life, and didn't do anything wrong to anyone. And this guy like completely ruined her life.
Pretty
And
much.
like he's not really the protagonist. Like she's the complete victim of it in the whole end of
Which
the
is why by the end you're just like, oh, thank God. You're like,
mm.
yeah, like you're out of this like universe. But like also
All
in
your
the
friends
in
are murdered around you.
I mean, it really is just a wish gone bad, right? And but like you eh, when when she's oh my God, my train of thought. Um yeah, okay. I guess I forgot what I was gonna say right there. Wasn't
And
paying.
she pisses and shits herself. Is that what you were going to
Everything
talk about?
about it, it really is, speaking of Tales from the Crypt, which we're going to talk about, it is like one of those episodes, like the comeuppance where it's just like you're you have this wish and you want this so bad, and when it happens, it just like bites you in the ass,
Yes,
and then
totally that kind of a thing. And then, but how often nowadays you're like, you see a 2 hour movie and you're like, that would have been a really good like half hour episode of whatever. Like
yeah.
this one gave you, it didn't feel stretched out. Every minute was great. Like,
And she gave him that in the very beginning. Now that I remember what I was going to say, she gave him that option. It's like, hey, man, do you like me? If you do, now's the time to tell me. And he didn't. He was just like,
I
he's
know
like, I
he
like,
did
yeah.
not shoot his
And the whole
shot.
time we were just like, you fucking pussy. Like, and then he made the wish and he fucked everything up. Great movie. Yeah, the kid that made it, Curry Barker, is 26. This is
Love it.
his first feature movie.
Produced on a micro budget of 750,000 to
750,000.
$1 million, I think
Yeah.
roughly around there. And I think it's already made like 35 mil,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Because
Outstanding.
like you said, on a Tuesday for you to have people there because it's such a like
Not
yeah,
just
yeah,
there. Like I sat in the handicap row, which
yeah. You trying
I
to tell
will
me
get up
something?
for. I will get up for any handicap person, but
You
I
can
do love that row.
you
That
confessing
row is
something?
tight.
Yeah.
Uh,
I like the
but
handicap row.
yo, I love that row.
Yeah, that row's killer.
Love
Yeah.
love that row. You
This
got
guy's
full leg
yeah,
room, like,
yeah.
you know. But
A
the four
waste of
rows
leg room.
behind me or whatever on a Tuesday at 4 o'clock, it was pretty well attended, so I was happy
I
to see
I
that.
I think what it is, it's so people love things like this, but also it's so relatable to have a crush on someone and making that wish. Like when you're a kid, we're in like middle school or whatever, you like a girl or a guy and you're like, man, I really wish this person liked me or whatever. So it's just so universal. It's so universal
Mhm.
that when people are like, oh, I would have done that too. Or people love wishing, right? Like when it's like, I wish I had $1 billion or something. He's like, it's fucking real.
That guy did. It was raining down.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
so funny.
totally. Um, and it's such a climb. It's not slow, but it is a climb into just like pure madness with this like just these little things that fucking happen and you're just like what the fuck, like it really a good pairing with this movie would be Together, I think.
Yeah,
And also like
totally.
the vibe of Talk to Me. I feel like, very similar. Like they're like these like newer filmmakers that are just like doing some really fucking interesting shit. And man, Obsession, I still think I like Send Help. I had more fun in Send Help just overall, but like Obsession is definitely probably my second favorite movie of the
Send
year.
Help, The Obsession, and The Drama are my top three
I gotta
this
still
year.
watch the drama, yeah.
And I it was funny too, like the relatable part of it, like you were saying, there's so many elements in it that reminded me of like old relationships that I had that didn't work out. Like the really annoying part sometimes, just in this over exaggerated place that I'm like, oh my God, this is like resonating. But
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
man,
It's
yeah, can't
it's
recommend it enough.
for
Go
sure.
see it.
And he talked about wanting to Curry, the director, talked about wanting the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. Like he wants a shot at that movie.
He's
So
attached to it in IMDb. Is he
yeah,
doing the series or is that
I don't know.
because there's if you look at if you go to his IMDb, because of course I'm obsessively on that website like you are, I'm sure. But upcoming parts, Texas Chainsaw Massacre's listed as one of
Okay,
them.
then
Now
maybe, yeah.
everything in IMDb isn't always, and it's always moving and changing. I don't
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
but there is a mention of that. But yeah, I just love to see these kind of stories, the people coming out of nowhere, these young kids that they're starting on YouTube. Like I said, I mentioned on the Instagram, I'm looking forward to Kane Parsons, uh, the back rooms that's coming out. I think next month.
Passenger came out today. Well, I mean, I guess you
Yes,
know,
that's the guy
oh,
that made Troll Hunter and what else did he do that was really good? I'm pulling it up, Jamie.
yeah. Uh, he made, what's that motherfucker? Oh, The Autopsy of Jane Doe.
So
Yeah.
that's kind of how I pick movie. Like I know I like to follow directors. If I see that I like their work, you know what I mean? Like try to see all their shit. And
That,
and this kid, Kane Parsons, made this Backrooms. It's a short on it was a whole series. You'll find it on a playlist, but there's one episode in particular of it. It focuses on like that liminal horror phenomenon. That's kind of its thing, you know. But what he did with no money whatsoever, and I think he was like 18 years old, is so effective and great. And when he got this, to make it into a full length,
I think
you
that
probably seen the trailer. I think
I
probably
did.
they're
Yeah.
pushing.
I think they're going to tap in, just like when, Quiet Riot came out, or like whenever like the hair metal bands came out, they're like, we need to go find our next big Cinderella. So
Yeah.
I think they know now. It's like, a lot of these young dudes over here, or girls, whatever, um, making some cool stuff on like YouTube. So,
I just
uh,
hope they continue to like follow and make original, well-written shit like this and not like get scooped up by like Marvels or big entities and then like they disappear into that. And like, oh man, I wish that guy would make, you know,
well, for me, this guy, yeah, he did make Troll Hunter, and
love
for
that movie.
me, the Last Voyage of the Demeter, I didn't know that. Okay, yeah, I guess,
That that wasn't great, but I applauded its originality
yeah,
to have it, the Dracula story's been done so many times.
so many
So to
times.
do it on the boat was interesting. Just the CGI was really
But to me,
but
like I mean, the Autopsy of Jane Doe is just that is
yeah,
definitely one of the best horror movies of the last 10 years, without a doubt, in my opinion. And the trailer for Passenger is really, really fucking good.
yeah.
Like it's
It's
like,
a Norwegian guy,
okay,
director.
yeah. Shout out to
Yeah.
to the Norwegians out
A lot
there.
of good film coming out. That guy that his name's escaped Borgley that did the drama, also Norwegian, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, doing great.
Uh, cool.
The Norwegian invasion.
What about the brilliant writing of DTF St. Louis?
Ah, so great.
How fucking good was that?
I enjoyed that series so much.
All right, but like, so for me, I tried watching the first episode a few times and it just wasn't hitting me. The first 15 minutes, I was what is this? Like it was just like, I was like, what is this fucking movie? It just wasn't connecting with me. So how did you feel the first episode? Because man, the first episode's good, but it isn't until the story really starts where you realize everything, like every scene from the first episode somehow gets reversed or told. Like you get more pieces of like the dialogue and you're just like, wait, what is going on right now? Like pretty cool, right?
How the story's laid out, very cool, very original. Doesn't overstay its welcome. Doesn't make like a 10 episode, whatever the fuck. Like does a real efficient job with that. The acting by every single person in it was fucking awesome. Linda Cardellini, that's one of her best roles I've seen in years. She was so good.
Unbelievable. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, everyone, that whole cast, just what I love about it is like it lets you run with your imagination for 6 episodes with every red herring possible, every like angle you're thinking of. And by the 6th episode, I was like, how are they gonna what are the next 4 episodes gonna be about? Because I feel like we're getting close to it. And it's like, oh no, there's only seven. I was like, oh, okay. I guess they're gonna wrap it up on the seventh. And when they did, you're just like, oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes all the sense in the world after your fucking brain like swirls around and you're like, it's this person and this would happen and then she did it, he did it, they did it, and all this other shit mixed in with that fucking like the whole sex thing between them. Fucking amazing. It just like the fact like I mean just really uncomfortable watching their like David Harbour and Jason Bateman, like I'm thinking like you guys are like shirtless and like I don't know what's going on. Like are you guys, like it's
Like, please don't fuck each other,
yeah.
please.
Yeah, I'm like I mean they're not going to because they're obviously, but you're just like what is this weird, you think I'm like I've never been this close to my friend in my life. Like I don't know what's going on. Like I would never want to do this, but just very brilliant writing. Right now, definitely my favorite show of the year just because above everything, the direction. It was just the storytelling and you take this story and the way you lay it out across 7 episodes was fucking great. And I didn't know that writer director made a TV show called The Patriot. You ever hear of that?
No.
It's on Amazon Prime. Once again, Alaska and Zilla from Call Out Culture are big fans of it. And they're like, oh, you got to check out The Patriot. And I had no idea the connection to DTF, same guy. And I read the synopsis, 2015. You want to know what the synopsis is? I'll read it right now. It's
Okay.
fucking very funny and very timely. And they're like, Patriot show. So it's
I
on
really
Amazon
liked
Prime.
about how too, like how while you're looking that up, when it executes everything so perfectly. When it's funny, it's really funny. Very sad
Mm,
sometimes, and deep, but like it does it all well. Everything.
very it's everything. It's
Yeah,
basically like life. It's like, oh, this part's funny, this part's
exactly.
sad,
Yeah,
So the
wow.
premise, John Tavner must forego all safety nets and adopt a non-official cover as an employee of an industrial piping firm to stop Iran from going nuclear.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I guess that's basically what
The
it is.
guy that works down the hall from me,
Yeah,
he would tell you that that was laid out by Hollywood
yeah.
to
Laid out,
the
man. It
the
laid
case
out.
laid out before the public, so eventually the war would start.
Yeah.
And that was the soft rollout, that show.
Yeah, that guy's tapped. No
That's what
one
he would
saw the
tell me.
show. So might have to roll it, might have to roll it back out right now. What
Yeah, that
else?
might be my favorite as well. Uh I've been watched. Did you watch The Terror on
I never did.
Shutter?
No, I know what it is. I just never did.
It's cool because it's every season is a different story, so you could watch season
Which I
three
like.
and
I like when
watch.
shows do
I
that.
love that shit.
Yeah.
And the first season, very. I know you hate period shit, so it might move pretty slow. I
Yeah.
think it's like the 1800s and expedition. It's all based on loosely based on some true events. So there was
Was the
an
ship the first season or
expedition
second?
the first season.
Okay.
Great actors in it. I do not remember the guys' names firsthand, but
John
the one guy who
Leguizamo?
was I would have a British expedition to find like a Northwest Passage, and then they put Leguizamo in
Yeah,
there doing
that's
his
it.
full
Yeah.
Leguizamo voice. That would be hysterical. But it, that takes place in that time. The second season is in the World War II time. Takes place in the Japanese internment camps.
Talking my language already with these first two seasons.
George Takei was in it playing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
he
my.
was. He was
Oh,
great.
was he
Man,
really?
yeah, yeah. He plays the grandfather of the family that's in the internment camp, and he crushes it. But it's not a great season whatsoever.
Okay.
But this one is a little is in the modern day, in a psychiatric hospital. I was like, okay, all right, because even though I didn't have to watch the first two seasons to watch this, in my OCD watching mind, I plowed through those other two. And first one was good, second one not so great. This one is interesting because I like stuff set in the psych ward. It's uh, a guy, he gets in trouble with the cops. They take him to this place, and it's like a rundown kind of psychiatric hospital in New York City, and they're trying to keep patients. And where it's only it rolls out one a week, so it's only three like a week episodes in. But
Okay.
I would say if you were gonna check this, I don't think you'd like even want to try the first two seasons, but maybe this one
Yeah, way
might
ahead of you
be
on that
interesting.
suggestion
Yeah,
because there's no way
yeah,
in hell.
no,
Um,
but you might want to check this one out.
okay, cool. AMC Plus, you said?
Yep, yep.
Okay,
Shutter
cool.
production.
Did you fall off on The Boys?
I've never seen it.
Never seen it. Yeah. Okay,
I
I'm
knew it had
wrapping it up.
I heard it was better, even if you didn't like superhero shit, which I don't like,
Yeah.
than that, just
It's like
that. But
Peacemaker.
I really hated the name of it a lot. The Boys.
Oh, so you
Just,
didn't even
I'm like,
watch
I'm not going to even
Peacemaker.
take a shot at this.
You didn't even watch Peacemaker then. Yeah. Sa-
I think I watched the first episode, but I got busy and I never went back to it.
it's kind of like the same shit, but yeah,
Right.
so we'll skip that. But Tales from the Crypt, man, I still don't even know the story as to like why HBO didn't release it and Shudder, AMC Plus
Mm.
did. You know, through all these years of not having it. I very interesting, but you know, whatever. And listen, you could have gone to YouTube and found like, you know, shitty versions of these, but to have it all in one column in one, you know, app for the time being, they're releasing a season. There's 7 seasons in total, and they're releasing a season every Friday. So season 4 will come out tomorrow. And it's been a lot of fun to just like dip back in. The first season had 6, which makes sense.
You
You know, you're trying it out and all the
didn't know
names
it was going to
attached.
be what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the names attached. Like every time you see it, like the producers or, you know, Robert Zemeckis, Richard Donner, Walter Hill, uh, Spielberg. Like I'm trying to remember they just anytime you see like the credits, like in the beginning of the episode, it's always like Fred Decker wrote a bunch of shit.
Mm.
Uh, all these like really like awesome directors. And then lots of just like random ass celebrities, you know, just like in these episodes.
You
The
saw
sec
when the show picked up in popularity that you're like Schwarzenegger's here, like everybody wanted to be on that show and
Yes.
get a half
So
hour. Yeah.
that was the second season. They just dropped. I had no idea or remembered, but it had 18 episodes.
Mhm.
And I could see, man, I'm like watching some of them. I have one, I'm up to like the 18th episode. And I vaguely remember most of them, but like there's some that like I probably aired once because back then it's like you're not finding shit that it's just like whatever's being aired at
Mhm.
whatever time. And that was the one Schwarzenegger directed. He did the second episode called The Switch with like William Hickey, and I think he's actually in the beginning with the Crypt Keeper.
Yes.
A lot of fun, a lot of fun. It doesn't overstay its welcome at like 22 minutes, maybe like that's what you're getting, and it's just like, you know, some are just not that good, and
Churro
then
is going to get with an anthology show. They
yeah,
can't. They're not all home runs. None of
yeah.
them.
like cutting cards, like you remember the classics for sure, like where you're just like, okay,
Yeah.
like this is the one. Season 3 I'm gonna dip into has that top billing, which is the Shakespeare one with John
Hmm.
Lovitz, the one with Kyle MacLachlan where he's like a fucking like fugitive and running for, no, he's handcuffed to a cop that he killed. That's what it was. Very cool
Yeah, I
stuff.
gotta rewatch some. My wife's been plowing through them. She didn't have HBO back in the day, so she's never seen them. So it's
It's
pretty
Christmas
cool.
over there in
Man.
Holbrook or Holesville.
But I just looked up. HBO did not release Tales from the Crypt on Max because they did not actually own the underlying rights to the series. They financed and broadcast it back in the 80s, but the rights were retained by independent production companies. And it's creating one of the most notoriously complicated legal webs in television history. Shudder and its parent company, AMC, were finally able to clear the show by streaming by securing a licensing agreement that bypassed HBO entirely.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They would have had it up years ago, you would think, right? That was a
I
huge
just,
pop culture.
for that, like
You could
it
probably
has,
watch Arliss fucking right now if you wanted to. I'm like,
they didn't put that up. Like they should have like the retired jersey section of like the app. Like Dream
yeah,
On, First and 10,
sure.
not necessarily the news, like, like just like
Oh, wow.
just like a
The
fucking like,
Sniglets.
yeah, just like completely like just like Hall of Fame section that's just there, never touched, never comes down. Um,
I'm gonna look up forgotten HBO shows. Probably
yeah.
a conversation there, because man, I watched anything they put out.
Oh, that fucking
Still do.
page that I follow now on Facebook,
Oh
the
yeah.
1980s HBO, like everything on there is just like unbelievable. Like movies that you don't even remember, you're like, oh yeah, Gotcha with Anthony Edwards. You're like, what the
Oh
fuck?
yeah, man. I remember that shit.
You're like, okay. He's doing a Q&A for Miracle Mile June 8th with Mayor
I
Winningham.
saw that.
I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna do that because it's Monday
Will
and it's
Steve be there?
DeJarn. No,
Friend
I
of the
don't.
show.
And the show, Steve DeJarno. No, he's tucked away somewhere in Seattle or LA, or I forget where he's at right now. But that would be cool. And plus, like the story, obviously, that how they were, how they got together years
Yeah.
later. Yeah, that's very cool. I would like to see that.
Uh, what else did I see? Did you see Hokum yet?
I
Did we
didn't.
talk about that already? Okay.
No, there's
I'll wait till you see it, but that was good too. Not as
okay,
good as Obsession, but very entertaining.
okay.
Um,
Or Oddity. Did you like Oddity? I loved
yeah,
Oddity.
yeah. I
Okay.
love that guy. Yeah, I like his work.
Over Your Dead Body. It's streaming May 26th.
Oh, is
So
that Jason Segel and Margot Robbie?
Is it?
Or
Oh, I thought it
no?
was Samara Weaving. Maybe
Yeah,
it is
those
Margot
two
Robbie.
girls. That's
Yeah.
like Channing Tatum and the one I went through last episode,
Who's
like
that? Tom
Captain
Hardy or
America.
something?
All these like, yeah, there's like a group of like white dudes that I always
Yeah.
get confused. But
You're lumping them up.
Weaving and Robbie, who I love both. They do both have a thing that I guarantee you there's casting directors like, is Margot Robbie that? No, close
She's
enough to
pregnant. All
Weaving.
right, get the other one then. Yeah, I want to see that.
Speaking of that, that reminded me of Big J's joke about Chelsea Handler and that Nikki Glazer couldn't be at the roast because
Oh,
it's her turn with the substance.
yo,
That
come
one was
on.
for us,
That
bro.
was for, because like I was watching it with my friend Mark. I was like, do you even understand that? He's like, because he never watched The Substance. I was like, oh, then you
Okay.
don't get it. But it's just like, that was a fucking good one.
You only got a week.
Yeah.
Got to go back.
So good.
That was
All right.
killer.
You want to
I
talk?
did real quick. I saw. Did you ever see Commando Ninja on Tubi? I had posted about it. Somebody that made like a kind of exactly what like Deathstalker was, but for action movies of the 80s, like tongue in cheek, made to look low budget, supposed to look like an 80s action movie. Uh,
Commando Ninja?
Commando Ninja. and Commando Ninja 2.
Okay,
They're
now.
both on Tubi. They're both, like I said, perfect analogy is like what Deathstalker was that just came out last year
Yeah.
towards those old movies of those fantasy movies, like biting into every trope of it and shit like that. Real low budget, real independent. Uh, kind of like a Commando kind of spoof. Um,
Oh, so
and the second one, not as good, but
2018.
the balls on this guy, he made it 2.5 hours. And that's almost the joke. It just keeps going. And it's like it falls off in some places. Like the first one's like an hour and like 90 minutes. And then the
Yeah.
second one's at 2.5 hours. But I love the troll of it. And
I'm
that
looking it up now.
it's a laugh, man. Like if there's something stupid, if you want to put on, they're funny.
Well, we do, we get together. Obviously, you're always welcome to come. We do like movie nights sometimes at my friend Mark's house, Mark Blum, with Anthony and me, and like, sometimes like Dave and Mike from my band.
Nice.
Um, we just watched the Exterminator 2
Oh shit.
last week. Then before that we did Ninja 3 because I don't think they've saw Ninja 3 The Domination. It's just so
Yeah.
good. We'll watch
Let me
like
bless you guys one time.
yeah. Yeah. Like basically anything you could talk over and occasionally look over and you're just like, "Oh my God,
Yeah.
this is
There's certain
ridiculous."
movies that are great for that scenario, you know?
Yeah.
You can't have you got to be able to break balls in between and
You
hear the
can't. Yeah,
jokes.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, we've done like 48 hours. We did Maniac Cop 2, which I was trying to explain to them. I'm like, you're laughing anytime I talk about it, but it's really one of the greatest like action horror movies of all time. When they watch it, they're like, this is legitimately a good movie. And I'm like, it
One
is.
of the greatest sequels of all time for
Yeah.
sure. I think we did a best sequels thing. Like
Yeah.
it's up there.
It's
It's
just
it's
so
fucking
much fun.
awesome.
Like it's just
So
a
much fun.
lot of fucking fun. And listening to William Lustig on Rob G's podcast, Icons of Fright, talk about making that movie and saying how he could never do it today because he just wouldn't be able to get permits to do the stunts that they were doing like in the middle of Manhattan,
Mhm.
where he's, a girl's like handcuffed to a car and they're just rolling it down the street and shit. It's just like, all right,
All
what
those
the shit?
stunts from those movies, like even the bad ones, hit so much harder now that
Fucking
you're
hit.
saturated with like computer effects and CGI and stuff like that. And you go back and watch these things that you took for granted because everybody was doing real effects because you had to, and you're like, that's legitimately fucking insane. What the fuck are these people doing, man?
Unbelievable because you can right now you could just look back and even Maniac Cop 3 where like fucking Robert Zadar's like stunt double, I would imagine it's probably not him, is on fire in a car, like on fire the whole time they're fighting and he's like trying to punch like they're driving like all this shit is real. Like this guy's on fucking fire somehow. And back then in like 1993, you're watching this like direct to video um movie and you're just like, this is fucking cheesy and corny. In 2026, you're looking at it going like, how the fuck did they do that? This is fucking great. Because you're fucking staring at, fucking Spider-Man or whatever with nothing but a fucking green screen looking like fucking Sega Genesis or whatever the fuck.
Real
So
danger there, man.
yeah, you appreciate it more. All right, so before we wrap, let's there was a couple of albums that I wanted to shout out. I don't know if you had any music that you've been bumping the last little bit.
Let me pull up my shit while you pull up yours.
I know we a couple of things. We dropped a new single, Every Part of Youth. My
Yeah, man.
band dropped that last week. Got another single dropping on May 29th.
Hardest working
Um,
man in show business.
I might even put it in the beginning of this episode, you know. I know the
Ah,
guy who owns the rights. I saw the
yeah, we'll get an
Midnight.
email about that. I get an email like every week about an old episode or
Yeah,
whatever, and I just
whatever.
click, we have the rights for this
Yeah, who gives
or
a fuck?
something.
We're not monetizing anything. Um, I watched the Midnight play Brooklyn Paramount a couple of weeks ago. right? Did I talk about that? No, I don't
I
remember.
think you did.
I did?
Maybe this is the danger of waiting a month. When did you see them? We could, if you
April
saw it before our
24th?
last episode,
April 24th?
but I also don't
Um,
remember if it was a conversation we just had
no.
texting or on the show. So,
Yeah, definitely not, because like the last episode dropped April 24th. So I
okay.
probably went to go see him that night that
We
it
were
came
probably
out.
just talk texting. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the I am almost done. Karen's like, "Are you potting?" Done. Um yeah, man, Brooklyn Paramount, The Midnight, just like unbelievable. First time seeing them, their production is so unreal. Like you're just watching, you're visually getting fingered or jerked off, whichever one, you know. You got a hole, you got a dick, whatever, you know. Maybe you like getting fingered in the booty hole. You're being stimulated like ridiculously. It looked like if you remember the movie Nightmares with the anthology when like Emilio Estevez is being chased by like that fucking like video game.
Nah, I don't
I
remember
didn't. You
that.
never saw. Yeah. I mean, this is a deep
I
reference.
probably did, but I don't
Yeah,
remember. Yeah.
yeah. The bishop or whatever the fuck. That's what the graphics look like. It was just like unbelievable, like just like like a visual pounding mixed in with like, you know, great like synth wave shit with that pop sensibility that they have. And just very good. I couldn't
I'm
recommend
laughing
seeing them.
thinking about like if you had took a blurb from this show to like promote the midnight. Like I was getting pounded and I felt like I was getting fingered.
Yeah.
Damn
All right.
Moyos.
If you guys want to use that, feel free. You don't even have to ask.
Yep.
Um, but okay, what were you gonna bring up?
Oh well, I've been bumping the new Lord Skull. Love that fucking record. Uh, what else? What did you think of the new Bronson Action Bronson record?
I didn't dip into it yet, but I know that he's just been constantly disappointing me.
There's
Um,
one track he does with Lil Yachty of all people, who I've never
there's a
thought.
video
But
for it.
yeah, I love that track. It's
Porcupines
different.
or something?
Some shit like that, or
Yeah.
Triceratops
Oh,
maybe.
that's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta
I
bump
love
that.
the track. I love I love the production of it and stuff. It's decent, but the Lord Skull I've been playing a lot. I love that guy, and I see him
I
all over the place promoting it, so does well.
I got I think the new NEMS record is
I haven't,
unbelievable.
I
It's
haven't
fucking
listened to that.
fantastic. 10 songs on it, and it's my favorite of his projects since Gorilla Monsoon, which was like my favorite hip hop album of the year that year. Fucking killer. 10 fucking songs, and it's like a co-release with this Ron Browse. I don't know, some guy that I never heard of for whatever reason. The record is called I Should Boom You. Ron Browse is the other name on the project, and it's pretty fucking fantastic, man. I You just put it on from beginning to end, and it's just like, man, like the beats and the rhymes are just, it's, you know, it's ignorant and, you know, amazing for us for sure. I
Nice.
Should Boom You is the name of the album. It's, yo,
Yeah,
remember that, what's on there? No, I guess nothing. Did he make a video for any of that? The Mush is the one that I was thinking of, but easy listening, 10 songs, 30 minutes, you know.
gotta get on that.
Um, Anything else? Oh, the band Basement, you know, they've been around for a minute, and they
Mhm.
put out a really cool album. Album's called Wired. They've had some stuff before, but this is like the first time that I listened to some of these songs, and they all pretty much banged and hit. Kind of like 120 minutes, you know. Best way to describe it is just like a lot of these younger bands are doing some really cool like alternative bass music, you know. I would say check out the opening song Time Waster. I know they have a show October 7th at Brooklyn Paramount. They're playing with that band Mama, which I really love, with the two female fronted band Mama. Did you peep that album yet? Kind of sound like
Don't
Veruca
know.
Salt a little bit.
Oh yes, I remember you. Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
I think yeah, you told me about that. I think I checked it out.
Yeah. They got some
It
cool
did sound like
songs
Veruca Salt.
in the best way possible. Also Sincere Engineer is they have three songs that they dropped recently from the upcoming album, and they're all so fucking fantastic. Cooler, Rewind, Fast Forward, I think is the newest one, and uh, My Tongue. Fuck, let me look that up real quick so I don't forget because it's just really, really catchy, like pop punkish stuff, but like beyond pop punk. Twist My Tongue, Cooler, and Fast Forward Rewind are the first three singles off the upcoming Sincere Engineer album called Probable Clause. Um, what else, right? That's what I've been bumping. I
Speaking of
know.
90s alternative 120 minutes, that Lauren Lackus record, been playing that a lot. Deadlights, uh,
I
kind of
don't
like a
know that one.
shoegazy 90s thing.
Yeah.
Um, I think I posted something about it, or we talked briefly, and you were like, "This, you're the second person to tell me to listen to this."
Oh, really?
Yeah, check that out.
What's it
You'll
called?
like that. Lauren Lackus is her name, and the album's Deadlights, I believe.
Oh, no,
Uh,
no. Okay. Was it that dude that mentioned it on that thread in the
oh
Facebook group?
yes, that's right. He
Yeah,
posted,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then I
yeah.
wrote on it and shit like that.
Justin
Yeah,
Ambra. Okay,
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
I
yeah.
think I texted you and said I'm in love,
Okay,
and
yeah, yeah. Because I
I
have it
sent you
here.
the link.
I have the song there.
Yeah, that's good shit. Actors been dropping a couple singles this year. I'm excited for another record from them. That retro, gothy, Depeche Mode,
Yep.
dark wave, whatever the fuck sound that's blowing up, all like re-blowing up like lately over the past couple of years. I think they're one of the best ones of all of it. Actors and that girl Leathers that's in the band. She that the Leathers project she does is fantastic. And the new Anthrax was pretty good. What did you
I
think of
did,
it?
yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. Anytime they put some stuff out, I'm a big fan of. Really cool breakdown, great lead. So, excited to hear that because it's been a long fucking time, right? Worship,
Yes.
was it worship music? That can't be the last album. I know it's been like
No,
10 years.
they had that Kings for All Kings or
That's right.
whatever
That's what it
after
was.
that, and maybe the last one since that.
Even had
It
that had
just
to
kind
be
of sucked that I
2016.
know they're dicks, but it's still I hearing the sound and then Joey singing like I was like, oh shit, nice, and
Yeah.
it's good. I'll be looking for that full length.
Another upcoming thing that I'm going to be loving for sure is my buddy Q Unique. He's got a full project coming out with DJ Ripmatic.
Nice.
The latest single that they dropped is Comic Nerd Shit with Pharaoh Monch on the feature.
Oh shit!
But him
How
and
did I not
Q,
get that in my radar?
yeah, yo, you got to peep that. That song is really cool. Q really drops great references. But him and
Sweet.
Rhythmatic have that project. That
Yeah,
Steel
I love that
Panther Mother's
combo.
Day fucking shit. They put out a song for Mother's Day. It's fucking fantastic. It's
I've
so good.
heard. Yeah.
And Brian Fallon from the Gaslight Anthem dropped two singles as well. Uh, yeah, I mean, oh, and the Menzingers. Yeah, the Menzingers have they dropped two singles. Menzingers are from Scranton as well as Tiger's Jaw, which those are the two of the best bands on the planet, and they're both from Scranton, PA. Shout out to Dunder Mifflin, Dunder Mifflin. But the Menzingers is just great, man. Anytime they release new music, it's a big deal. They're one of my newest favorite bands of like the last 10, 15 years. They are so fucking good. I just got tickets to go see them at Brooklyn Paramount with Hot Water Music. Very excited for that. They're like my girlfriend's favorite band, so very excited to sing along. They're one of the few bands that I could see put together like an 80-minute set of nothing but sing along. So it'll be like 2,000 people singing along for 80 minutes, which is like pretty impressive.
The Misfits.
Pretty much,
They could
yes.
do it.
And I guess that's it, right? I think we're all caught up.
I think we've said it all.
Yeah, we did say it all. And right. I guess anything else that we missed, we'll just move it on to the next
Definitely be
episode.
back in a month. But we might drop before that. That's what you don't know what you're gonna. We're
That's
wild
right.
like that.
Yeah.
We could pop in a week from now with a
Yeah.
post Memorial Day episode with
Yeah.
some story about how I blew my fingers off or something. We're
Oh,
crazy like that.
that would be huge. That would be very huge.
I'll do
You
it
know,
for the show. I'll do
that's
it for
it.
the gram.
Do it for the gram. Doing it for the genuine handicap seat that you would properly deserve the next time you go see a movie.
Like I pulled this fucking finger off.
Yeah. Yeah, like I got to learn how to eat popcorn with my left hand now.
I think I could fake damage if they need me. I could do something. Tell them I'm on the spectrum or something. I don't know.
That's it. Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like
Does that count?
I feel like we're all basically there anyway. We're
Like
all
I come
hovering.
to this theater all the time by myself.
Yeah,
Like
there's
and
obviously
see
something
really
wrong with you.
weird, only the weird movies. You never see me. You ain't gonna see me at Star Wars this weekend. I'll be in the weirdest movie. Like, there's clearly something wrong with me.
Yeah.
You know,
Give this guy the
I'll
give this guy
sneak
the
a cup
handicap.
inside my jacket to go get a free soda. I'm weird.
Yeah. You got that Dixie cup full of water with ice. All
Yeah,
right,
man.
man.
All right.
RRP. RRP. Later.
Later.